and welcome to another week of Just Gay Stuff. I'm Lauren.
And I am Jess. And well, before we start this week's episode, we have to give a massive shout out that everyone needs to remember Queerswich is on this Saturday, August 3rd at Nicholas Street Precinct in Ipswich from 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. If you are in the vicinity, please go. Please get on down there. The event is going to be amazing.
And please come and say hello to us. Yeah. We'll be live podcasting. Jess and Scarlett Gunner will be performing.
Yes.
There'll be another amazing bands, music, drag queens, raffles, all the fun things.
Market stalls. And Jules and Rach have put together a puppy parade as well.
So if you...
Cute. I know. If you didn't listen to last week's episode with Jules and Rach, we are giving you the rundown now that is what you're going to see there. So make sure you get on down.
Yeah, please come on down.
This week, it's a bit of a different episode because we don't have a guest this week and we're back to you and me.
We're taking it back to the roots. I hope people are like, oh.
We hope you don't find it boring now that you've gotten used to us having a guest.
Yes, they're like... Oh, get to know them again.
I've got to say, it's been a hot minute since we've done an episode just you and me.
I don't know how to do it now.
No, back to the drawing board. Well, we've been doing interview after interview, and honestly, it's been the most exciting thing ever to talk to everybody and people within the community, people that are quite influential in the queer space. It's been really good, and we hope that everyone has enjoyed listening to that. There's been some incredible stories.
Yeah.
We have to say, we're not slowing down on the interviews.
Not at all. We have like some amazing guests coming up. If I can give a little teaser, I won't say who, but there's a few things we've got to wait till after the Olympics, obviously. And that brings me to my next thing. It's lesbian season.
It is. It's lesbian season. And I want to also highlight that the Olympics this year has equal men and women.
Yeah.
First year ever.
Isn't that freaking incredible?
That's amazing.
That's so amazing.
We're making steps forward, people.
Progress.
That is amazing. But yes, happy lesbian season.
Happy lesbian season.
Happy Matilda's games for
Go
everyone
Tillies.
Following the soccer.
Sorry.
Lauren has been super on that.
I've been awake for a long time.
So we hope you've been getting behind the girls and watching all the games, and we know that they're doing their best, and go Matildas.
Go Tillies. Get behind the girls, gays and theys.
Oh, that's a good saying.
Yeah.
Get behind the girls, gays and theys. I love that. Well, we hope that everyone listening has been enjoying our episodes, and we have the exciting guests coming up, but essentially you've seen the title of this episode, which might give you a little bit of an inkling on what we're going to talk about today.
Yeah.
And that is bad habits.
Dun, dun, dun.
And so essentially I wanted to do this episode because I realized that the more Lauren and I get to know each other as partners, there is so much more to personalities unfolding and, like the title suggests, bad habits. And there are things that we overlook in our partners because we love each other. And the reason that this all came to fruition is Lauren and I shower together.
Saving the water.
Yeah, in the words of Kath Day Knight, we like to be a bit of a greenie. Although I would argue that maybe we waste more water.
I was like, I don't know, our showers are kind of long.
Yeah.
So when I shower without you, I'm quick in and out.
Yeah, so opposite effect maybe. But I wanted to do this episode because I have slowly learned that, well, I didn't slowly learn that I pee in the shower. I knew that I pee in the shower, but I thought that was completely normal until I started showering with Lauren and she told me she doesn't pee in the shower and never has.
Nope.
I thought that was completely normal my whole life.
The only time I've ever peed in the shower has been like for medically induced trying to pee. That's the only time, but not out of just habit.
See, that blows my mind. I thought it was just a completely normal thing that everybody did. Mm-hmm. So Lauren's enlightened me, and it's very quickly become the bane of her existence because when we do shower together, which is more often
than not,
I either have to quickly beat her into the shower to go, or I kick her out early so that I can go because the water gets me going. I need to go.
And either way, I'm left standing out in the cold.
Yeah, but not my problem. Anyway,
thanks.
My biggest thing is, for anyone thinking at home, why don't you just go to the bathroom before you get in the shower? Most nights I do. It's because of the running water that it makes me feel like I need to go. Like when you hear a tap running or the rain is just that right sound of trickling that makes you need to go pee.
I don't know if I have that issue.
You don't have that issue?
No.
I do. Anyway, so because that literally blew my mind, I decided to post a thread on Reddit asking some of the things that we overlook in our partners because we love them. Now, this wasn't strictly LGBT.
Yeah.
I opened it up to the masses because I find it absolutely hilarious and very interesting what some of the responses were.
And I have no idea what these are.
I have to say, in 24 hours, we got over 400 comments.
Wow.
And some of y'all are real nasty.
Oh shit.
We won't start with the gross ones. We'll work our way up. But let me tell you, if you're listening to this episode and you're eating at the same time, you need to stop.
Don't.
You need to stop that right now. Either finish what you're eating and come back to the episode, or go to another episode and come back.
Yeah, I think you also said to me, without telling me what was the conversations that you read or the bad habits, you kind of self-assessed and went, I have a lot more bad habits than I realized.
Yeah, I think reading what everyone else considered a bad habit, I realized I had a lot more than I thought. And like, I just self-assessing now to start the episode off with our bad habits. I am very self-aware of the peeing in the shower. That's what started this whole controversy.
Yeah.
My other one is that I do bite my fingernails, which I know a lot of people think is really gross, but I do have to say it is completely anxiety driven.
Yeah, it's an anxiety thing.
And I did stop for a while. I did really well.
You did really well. You were stopped for like 2 months.
I did. And then anxiety comes back and I did well. I was cold turkey and then it just...
I think it becomes a comfort thing, unfortunately, for some people.
It's 100% a comfort thing. And for me, I do it the most when I'm driving somewhere.
Yeah.
And then when I'm watching a movie.
I think it's because your brain is turning and you're thinking about things. So then it becomes that comfort thing to put something in your mouth. I don't know.
It's an anxious and a boredom thing, I think.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I think so.
What are my bad habits?
You want to ask?
Yeah,
okay, so...
Oh, Jesus. Open up the can of worms.
I don't have a list.
She says, but she said it like she was about to pull out a scroll.
I don't. I only have one thing that I've seen you do that really... It doesn't even get on my nerves. It's just something that I've noticed.
That she overlooks.
That I overlook, yes.
Because she loves me.
I do
we've
love
been a
you.
year in.
I do love
you
you.
too.
Oh, that's nice. The biggest thing is, so there are 2 ways to put a toilet roll on the holder. One is where you put the roll on and the paper is over the top, so it's forward facing you so you can just pull it off the roll. And the other way is completely wrong, which is when you put the paper to the back and you have to pull it by the back. I know some people don't care. I'm not one of those people that don't care, but at times you have put it on backwards. And I haven't, I know I have told you since, but I didn't say anything for a very long time. I just, every time I would go into the loo, I would just turn it around the right way.
Yeah. No, you did bring that up. It was because we were talking about funny mistakes that we do in podcasting and
I just blotted out the toilet roll.
And she didn't realize that's what we were talking about. She was like, oh, this bad habit of yours is the toilet roll. I was like, what? But I was so dumbfounded because I'm normally the same way. I always try to switch it around to make sure it was front facing. But obviously I never did. But
you felt personally attacked.
I did. I was personally victimized by Regina George.
It doesn't matter. We've gotten to this safe space now.
I don't know what other ones I have. I twirl my hair. That's an anxiety thing.
I wouldn't say that's a bad habit, but I do worry that like when you play with your hair too much that it will start to like break and fall out. Then that becomes something else.
I don't know what else. I don't think I have any other ones.
Oh well, fuck our bad habits. Let's get on to everyone else's. So probably most of the common things that we saw were messiness. So let's start there.
Well, yeah, I'm a bit messy.
You can be a little bit messy. And I describe my life like when you play The Sims and that little like fire hazard thing starts where you have too much in one room. My fire hazard meter starts to rise if I suddenly feel like...
You hate the clutter side of things. You get very claustrophobic with clutter.
If I feel overwhelmed by things in my space.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we
manage it together.
We work really well on that together, I think. And so kudos to us. Yeah.
Good job.
Okay, someone else's bad habits. Let's go. My partner never puts things back where they're supposed to go. The amount of time I've wasted looking for car keys, glasses, wallets, and even medication. Also clothes left all over the bedroom floor. I don't expect them to be hung up neatly when getting undressed, but can we just have one pile instead of spread over the entire floor?
Yeah, I could understand the frustrations of that because, you know, you're in a relationship, you don't want to be someone's mother or parent.
Yeah.
So
this was also a self-assess one because I hate...
You hate putting clothes away.
I hate putting clothes away. I don't mind washing. I don't mind hanging out the washing. I don't mind taking the washing off the line. I don't mind folding the washing. It's putting the fucking washing away.
It sits on the bed and then it goes to the floor, back to the bed.
Yeah. And it's just like, there's my pile of clothes and I usually am pretty lazy and I'll like wear the same shirt every week. So the same shirt will get washed and then it'll go back into the pile and I'll wear it. Then it goes into the wash, then back in the pile.
Normally there's a chair. It's like the not dirty enough to go in the wash, but not clean enough to go in
middle ground.
In the middle ground.
All right. Next one. My partner never puts anything away because she doesn't know where it goes, even though we've lived in this house for 6 years.
That's bullshit.
That's That's laziness. That's laziness. We don't live together, but you spend a lot of your time here.
Say that we do.
Yeah. And you know where everything goes, and it's not even really been a year consistently that you've been here a lot.
No, and I put everything away or try and help with all the chores and stuff, even though I don't technically live here.
Yeah, so I appreciate that. I appreciate you.
I appreciate
so
you too. Cute.
My partner takes her clothes off and leaves them next to the dirty clothes basket, but never puts them inside.
That's frustrating, and I know I'm guilty of doing that once, but I don't leave it there. I've like taken it off to get into the shower and I've left it on the floor next to the dirty clothes basket, and you've gone, what's this?
It's never been enough to annoy me though.
No.
One thing that I found, I was vacuuming beside our bed yesterday and you had like 3 pairs of socks on the floor.
Did I?
Yep.
Oh, didn't even realise.
See, we're learning more about each other's bad habits now, just talking about someone else's. All right, this one. My partner never turns things off when she's finished with them. We once went to a party which we helped cook for and came home to the oven still being on after 5+ hours. That's a hazard.
Yeah, that's a hazard. Your house could have burnt down.
100% your house could have been on fire.
The fuck?
And I hope you don't have pets because you would have put them in danger, and that makes me sad.
That's really sad. Yeah, that's not on. I don't think that's one to overlook. I think that's like a serious kind of conversation.
You need to put alarms on when you cook.
Alarms, or like going out the door, alarms to be like, did I turn this off? Did I do that? I know that when you have the straightener, you always turn the straightener off, but you never turn the switch off.
At the wall,
and I get so paranoid that I turn the switch.
The bad habits are coming out.
I turn the switch off, and then sometimes I just unplug it to be sure.
Yeah. However, the straightener has a 30 minutes. If you haven't clamped it in 30 minutes, it automatically switches off.
Well, that's good to know.
But yeah, this person needs alarms.
Use
your Siri. Use your Alexa. These people are here to help you.
That's not on.
These people, like, they're not AI. These AI are here to help you. AI. All right, this one. When my partner drinks, she drinks. And it's like having to handle a drunk 5-year-old with the rebellious spirit of a 16-year-old and the insecurities of a woman realizing she's hit her 30s. I can handle one of her at a time perfectly fine, but all 3 at the same time will be the absolute death of me.
I think it depends on how often this woman drinks. Yeah,
so if it's becoming a problem, and I think if it's starting to affect your relationship, then maybe conversations need to be had.
That's what it is. Everything is just communication. And like we've said, there's bad habits that you can overlook for so long, but if it starts to affect your mental health or your relationship, then just have an open conversation.
Yeah. And if people aren't willing to, like, it's such a double-edged sword, is it? It's like people shouldn't have to change for people, but if it's positive change and healthy change, then I think that you should be able to find a common ground to be able to live happily and harmoniously with your partner.
Yeah, I don't think it's necessarily change. I think it's more just being aware of the things that you are doing, and, you know, obviously
that might affect other people.
You shouldn't have to change. Your partner should love you for you. But if it's affecting your health and your lifestyle, then yeah, obviously conversations need to be had.
Yeah, I agree. All right, my partner can't be quiet during a movie and texts while in the movie theater, then constantly asks me what's happening. I can discuss a movie maybe after it, but not during or asking me what's going on or what's going to happen next. It drives me nuts. Also, they eat bananas like they're a hard food and chew with their mouth open so you can see the mash as it's being eaten. Ew. It makes me crazy.
There's a lot to unpack in that.
Let's start with the movie thing.
I am guilty of asking you questions through.
I am guilty of getting bored and getting on my phone, but not in the movie theatre.
No, we never do it in the theatre. We have like etiquette for movie theatre and actual theatre.
Yeah.
But if we're watching a movie or a show at home, sometimes I am guilty of asking you something. You're like, I don't know, I've seen as much as you do.
That's true, but I also think there can be points of discussion where maybe you missed something or maybe you didn't understand something that we saw in the beginning, and especially with the Marvel movies.
Oh, yeah.
I know you and I haven't watched a lot of those together, but they confuse me so much because there's so many things to throw back to.
Yeah, there's a few things where you would have asked me and I would have been like, oh yeah.
Yeah, because I just don't take in all of the information.
It's a lot of information. That's a whole ass universe.
Oh, especially when there's movie after movie. How many movies are in that? Like
there's so
30.
many movies
there's more than
and
30.
TV shows and things intertwined. And
can't do it. Now
the second part, the banana eating. One, we all know how I feel about bananas.
Lauren hates bananas, for anyone who doesn't know.
Yeah, it's
texture.
I was going to say hate is a strong word. The banana didn't do anything to me.
It's the texture it is, and you don't like that.
Dislike the mushy texture. But there is nothing ruder than someone eating with their mouth open. Yeah,
I hate that sound.
That
hey?
sound
One
would
of our
grind
friends,
your gears.
One of our friends, we were at a restaurant the other night and one of our friends was eating a steak and all I could hear was that. And I was like, are you fucking serious?
Seriously?
Yeah.
Oh no.
It was bad. Anyway, I called him out. Don't do that around me.
It grinds you because you hear it in your ears and it's like it's like when people try and talk with food in their mouth.
I know you haven't seen The Simpsons, but there's this one episode of The Simpsons where Marge is just standing there and everything is like getting louder and louder and louder and just like affecting her brain. And that's how I feel when you can hear those like...
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
All right, next. My partner burps so fucking long and loud that I feel like the whole street can hear it. It is truly unnecessary to make that sound. I always say it will be the thing I tell people I miss the most if they die before me. I feel personally attacked.
I was going to say, do you feel attacked? Because I'm just staring you down in this.
I do, because I do this.
For a tiny person, you sure burp really fucking loud.
I don't know.
I always say, oh my God, the demon came out of you.
God, everyone's listening to like the worst quality.
It's like your burp comes from your diaphragm and instead of singing, your burp's just coming out.
Do you know what? There's nothing I love more though when you need to burp and it just comes out like you're roaring like a lion.
Yeah, well, you definitely do that.
It's so empowering
But
to
half
me.
the time it's so loud. Like
Sorry.
you can be on one end of the house and I'll know where you are because you've burped the house down.
I'm feeling attacked.
You
Feeling attacked. Okay, I feel attacked on this next one too because I realize that I also do this. You also do this too.
Okay.
This one says, my partner is a big water drinker and loves the convenience of disposable water bottles. The problem with this is they only ever drink half the bottle and leave them all over the house. See that?
Exhibit A.
For anyone who's not watching the video, there's a quarter of water left and I don't even know how long this bottle's been in the studio.
This one was from yesterday when you bought me this.
Still wasn't today, was it?
Bought me this at the gig, but the one that was next to the bedside table was like from 2 days ago. That's still got like probably like halfway of the same amount. So yeah, attacked.
Attacked. What about this one? My partner wears his glasses in the shower.
Why?
All I think is if, depending how hot you have your shower.
Satan's asshole.
Yeah, well, you do. You like to be burnt to
I
feel
do.
clean.
To feel like a crisp bacon. I don't know what I was going to say.
To feel like a crisp. Your glasses would fog up though.
One, they would fog up, and two, you
Need
need little windscreen wipers.
Yeah.
Little windscreen wipers. Because I get so annoyed when it's raining because I'm blind as batshit and I need my glasses everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
When it rains and it's there, I'm like, I can't
The little droplets.
fucking see.
Yeah, they're so annoying, aren't they? My partner likes to do hobbies completely naked. He's dressed all other times, but everything he enjoys, he takes his clothes off for.
Good for him.
Well, and like some things that you enjoy, you have to take your clothes off for.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then other things like Lego, that's really strange.
Depends on the hobby. If you're talking about the hobby as in like carpentry, going out the backyard with a nail gun, health and safety problems.
Don't build a tree house swinging it around.
Don't cook with hot boiling water.
Oh, yeah. I don't even have
on
a
the
peenie.
PP.
Yeah, I don't have a peenie, but if hot oil touched me there, I'd be like, whoo!
It depends on the hobbies that are happening because otherwise power to the freedom of it.
This next one was a little bit concerning. My partner only showers once a week.
Yuck.
The biggest thing that I see here is maybe that is a depression thing and maybe you guys need to have a conversation about that because a lot of people who are unmotivated to keep themselves in a good space can be
they don't
to do
want
with depression.
Yeah, they don't want to get out of bed or
Well, they don't care about how they present
cleanliness,
themselves.
yeah.
So maybe that one's a bit concerning. So I don't find that one funny or something that you should overlook. I think maybe that if you are seeing that in your partner, maybe a conversation needs to be had about how they're feeling mentally.
That's true.
On the flip side of that though, let's talk about showering really quick.
Okay.
This is just my opinion and I know that everyone can disagree and that's fine and I would love to hear your thoughts on this, but I am a night showerer. I mean, you know this because we shower together.
I do.
But I have a big problem with people who are just morning showerers.
And I know what your thought process behind that is because you're so dirty from the day and all the activities and
like imagine if you go out for the day and you've been in the hot sun and you've sweated or maybe you've been somewhere where there's like a lot of dirt and the wind has like blown the dirt and you got dirt over you got sweat over you and then you go to bed and you take all those germs to bed with you and then you wake up in the morning and you go, oh, I'll shower now. But you've already put all the dirt and the bacteria and the germs in the place where you sleep. I can't do it.
I don't know.
Each to their own, but I can't do it.
It depends for me. I shower both more at nighttime than not because we shower together.
It's a bit different, I think, if you haven't done things during the day.
That's what I mean. I think in my line of work, I don't do anything where where I'm really sweating heavily or going outside to dirt or blah, blah, blah. There are some times where I'm just like, I can't get into bed before having a shower. And for me, having a shower at nighttime is to be warm.
I literally can't sleep until I feel really clean.
Yeah.
And that just also soothes me for the night. But yeah, I don't understand the whole going out and doing all these things, getting sweaty, taking your germs to bed.
Yeah.
That's where I draw the line. I'm drawing the line there. All right, this next one. My partner sucks their thumb. I thought it was really strange when we first got together, but now I'm just used to it.
I think that comes down to the same thing as like biting fingernails or
An anxiety thing.
An anxiety thing or comfort thing or having a blankie or a toy that you've had since
like a
childhood.
self-soothing thing. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Pineapple on pizza enters the debate.
Oh.
My partner eats pineapple on pizza and that shit is disgusting. No, it's not. It is not disgusting. I love pineapple on pizza. Anybody who doesn't love pineapple on pizza, get the fuck out.
Oh, you can't say that. We have listeners with different opinions.
If you love pineapple on pizza, you are my person. If you don't love pineapple on pizza, I'll still accept you, but we're never having a pizza party. Because I don't want you judging me while I eat my pineapple on my pizza.
We don't judge here.
This person's
either.
judging.
Well, that person is judging.
Look at the line. That shit is disgusting. No, it's not. It is so
But why do people
delicious.
I don't understand why people think pineapple on pizza is disgusting.
I think it's because it's like sweetness of fruit with like savouriness of like cheese and sauce.
Is it more because they're like, oh, pineapple's a fruit and it shouldn't be on there?
Tomatoes are fruit. It shouldn't be on there.
I was going to say tomatoes are fruit and that's the whole half a base of the pizza.
Also, just to clarify, I don't actually think that was just my debate because like tomato on pizza is a no-brainer. Just because I was like, tomato is a fruit. It shouldn't be on pizza.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't actually think that. That was just my debate.
Okay, got
Anyway,
you.
let's move on. My partner sucks on his bottom lip. It's not really annoying to me, but with so much moisture, it then dries out and cracks like when you get windburn. We've tried everything for him to stop, even lathering it in really thick layers of lip balm, but he ends up just sucking off the lip balm.
Yeah. Maybe you got to put something more disgusting than lip balm on, like some weird cream that tastes gross.
I once dated this person that used to just like lather their lips in lip balm anyway, and honestly, it was really gross.
Yeah.
It was really gross to kiss.
Sloppy, like.
Yeah, it was like.
Whoa.
All right, this next one. My partner watches YouTube in the shower. He even handmade a little stand that holds his phone so it doesn't get wet. I once walked in on him standing under the hot water, soap in hand, not moving because he was so enthralled with what was on the phone. Glad he pays our water bill.
Well, one, glad he pays the water bill, so that's good.
That is his right. He can use as much water as he wants.
If he's paying the water bill, good on him. I think the problem is you got to make sure that there's enough hot water for you. So either have your shower pre his shower.
So don't have solar powered water like we do in our house because that's really hard.
It's hard. We struggle streets with that one. But other than that, I don't really see a...
That's cute.
That's cute. Also, if he's pissing you off, he just leaves you alone in the shower.
Yeah, that's true. This next one. My partner microwaves ice cream, which I honestly think is worthy of a jail sentence. Me too.
No. Depends on the level of microwaving. Are we talking about we've just taken ice cream out of the freezer, chock-a-block, freaking hard as a rock?
True,
because
I have then done
where you get the spoon and the spoon's bent because it's
Okay, so in that regard, I have microwaved ice cream just to take the chill off so that the spoon actually can scoop.
Yeah. Like I'm talking like a 10-second.
But if this person is microwaving their ice cream to be like hot milk soup, then nah, send them to prison.
Send them to jail.
This next person said, not my partner, but something that she overlooks in me is that I eat by deconstructing my food. For instance, if it's pizza, I will eat the topping, then the cheese, then the base. I do this with everything, even when we're at a fancy restaurant. I would say that's like an OCD thing, maybe.
Or just wanting to experience all the flavors, I guess.
Separately.
You
know how there's people that
separate their plates?
Yeah, their, it's like don't let the gravy touch the peas or the mash.
My sisters do that.
Yeah?
Both of them.
Yeah.
I don't. I'm like, give me all the foods together.
A weird OCD thing.
Yeah.
My partner leaves food out and I can never understand why. Once he left a cup of milk by his sink for over a year.
Yuck. Moldy milk.
That's a health hazard.
Yeah.
I'm just going to say that. This one, my partner eats things raw. I once watched him eat a whole raw potato, skin and everything.
Ew, it's not vodka.
Do you know my first thought was I hope it wasn't like one of the dirty ones where he ate the dirt as well.
And they haven't like washed it?
Yeah.
Yuck, that's gross.
I hope it wasn't that.
That's not how vodka's made, guys.
The next one is kind of, it entwines with this.
Oh.
My mum used to put potato skins aside to give to our dog. I used to eat them with him and even sometimes dig them out of the garbage so we could eat them together. I only stopped doing it because I didn't know anyone else that did it and figured that was for a reason.
Ew.
What's the thing about eating raw potato skins? I'll eat them cooked if they've got like cheese and bacon on them
or something. Even the raw potato skins I can get over if they've cleaned and stuff. It's the digging out of the trash for me.
But I can't even get past the raw potato part. It's like chewy and...
Well, I wouldn't like it. It wouldn't taste...
That weird texture.
It wouldn't taste nice. It'd be all starchy and bleh.
It'd be like a really starchy, unpleasant apple. Unsweetened apple.
An apple?
Yeah, it's the same kind of...
The texture of an apple. Yeah,
don't you think?
Maybe.
I don't know.
This
one's my partner eats things straight from the can. Not chilled, not heated, just room temperature. Opens it up and down the hatch it goes. She eats cold beans... Munches on like a whole block of cheese, doesn't slice it, just takes bites out of it. She also eats blocks of tofu straight from the package.
Yuck.
She eats peanut butter out of the jar with a spoon. I love her to death, but her food habits are pretty strange. I have eaten peanut butter out of the jar with a spoon before. And also Nutella. And cream cheese. And as a kid, I used to put Vegemite on a teaspoon and just like lick it like a lollipop.
Weirdo.
Here I am in all my glory. Weird.
Yeah. A lot of those foods mentioned I don't like anyways. I don't eat peanut butter.
Lauren doesn't like peanut butter, which means she also doesn't like satay, which is honestly a crime.
That's my bad habit, is that I don't like a lot of foods and you're like, for fuck's sake.
I think that's the one thing that you and I differ on greatly is the foods that we enjoy.
Yeah.
But I'll overlook it for you. It is a bad habit.
I don't know. I don't know if I'd ever be able to eat soup or beans cold.
Yeah, I don't think I could do it cold.
Like just opening a casual can and being like down the hatch. Or tofu not cooked.
Yeah.
Yuck.
I don't really like tofu when it is cooked.
Neither. That's what I mean. I don't like tofu to begin with unless it's like made a certain way. But then could you imagine just opening that packet from Coles or whatever and that white squidgy bits in your mouth?
It'd be like eating a sponge.
Ew.
My partner likes eating things at any stage of cooking. If we're making spaghetti, he'll crunch away on dried pasta. I've seen him eat an entire red cabbage like an apple.
I wouldn't want to eat crunchy pasta. What if you choke?
As a kid, my mum always said that if you ate things like pasta and rice dry, that it blows up in your stomach.
Yeah.
As a kid, you think that that's really extreme, so I've just never done it as an adult.
That's like when people used to tell you when you swallowed mandarin seeds or watermelon
that
seeds accidentally that you'll grow a watermelon inside.
Yeah, and then as a kid, when you see a pregnant lady, you're like, oh, she must have swallowed a
watermelon. I mean, eating a raw cabbage, each to their own, is be a pretty bland apple.
Do you know what I used to do as a kid?
What?
I used to think it was really fancy, making my own little cocktail at home. And so when my mum would make a stir fry or something with cabbage in it, I would fill up a glass of water and put little bits of cabbage in it. I thought I was so fancy.
Actually.
Yep. All right. This one sounds like you, Lauren.
Oh, God.
My partner opens a new toilet roll but never puts it back on the holder, just leaves it on the floor. It drives me insane. Okay, I take it back.
I was like, I don't do that.
You don't leave it on the floor.
No.
But you have gotten up me for not putting the empty roll in the toilet, and then I've gone into the next time that you've left and the empty roll's still there.
Maybe I've left an empty roll accidentally once or twice, but I think my bad habit lately has been it hasn't fully gone off and I've taken a new roll and put it on the side bench part.
Oh, yeah. No, that's okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, that's fine. I don't think that's a bad habit at all. What about this one? My boyfriend chews on bits of sticky tape. He'll go through a roll every 2 months.
Why?
That's like the picky eaters thing. Get him some gum. Why sticky tape?
Yeah, that's what I want to know. Why is it the sticky tape? I was going to say because some sticky tapes have a weird taste, but how do I know that?
Depends what glue they've got on them. They might be yummy.
I don't know. I've never eaten sticky tape. But you know what I mean? I guess some tapes can have that smell or that acetone.
It's like some glue smells really good.
You've been huffing glue, have you?
Oh, as a kid.
Yeah, we've all huffed glue as kids.
Back in primary school, the yellow Yoo-hoo glue used to smell like the Chico baby lollies. It smells so good. Anyway, it doesn't matter. All right, this is the last one before we're starting to enter gross territory.
Oh, no.
So just warning everybody, because if you've had a muesli bar or whatever, you're set. But if you're eating now, time to...
Don't.
Yeah, time to reef
Stop.
that shit.
Wrap it up.
Yeah. My partner has an extra firm toothbrush that she leaves in bleach in the shower and scrubs her toenails with it.
I don't think that's bad. I think that's honestly kind of good because most people don't think about scrubbing their toenails. But I don't know if I would necessarily use bleach.
I think that's the thing that makes me cringe because we were cleaning our tiles.
Well, I wasn't. You were.
I was cleaning the tiles. I'm glad that you gave me the credit there.
Well, you were. I was just
You were watching.
supervising. I was foremanning.
I cleaned the tiles and I didn't wear gloves, and bleach literally just, this is a PSA for anyone who wants to use
Wear
bleach
gloves.
at home. Wear gloves.
She
Because
burned her hand.
bleach literally eats at your skin and you definitely don't want to do that.
She was almost as pale as me on her thumbs.
So I worry about this girl's toes. I really worry.
Yeah. And
Especially if you're scrubbing like the
I
bristles.
was going to say, how aggressively are you
Oh.
scrubbing your toenails and your toes? You just have like raw as fucking toes.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, oh, maybe.
Yeah.
Be careful. Be careful with that
Yeah.
one. All right, entering the gross territory right now. My partner picks his nose throughout the whole movie when we watch. I don't understand. By a certain point, surely there'd be nothing left to dig around for up there.
Yep. Ew.
I sometimes like get up there if something's annoying me,
Yeah.
but I wouldn't do it for a movie length.
Well, yeah, I agree. Like what? That's a 2 hour to 3 hour movie length. Surely there's not things still coming.
That's a Lord of the Rings style pick.
You'd be picking out your brain.
This one was quite an eye-opener.
Oh, God.
When our single bathroom is occupied, my wife will pee in random cups and leave them around the house. I've learnt to live with it, but it is a little gross.
Okay, so they have a single household with one bathroom and she pees in cups.
Yeah, so like if the bathroom's occupied, where else is she going to go?
Well, it is gross. We're in gross territory. I think my concern is I can understand needing to go somewhere if you're desperate to go and the bathroom's occupied. My concern is that there's not one designated cup.
Yeah.
If she's peeing in random cups, one, they're left all over the house and everything. Wouldn't it smell?
My biggest concern
begin
was,
with.
do they have kids? What if your kid came past and went, ooh, apple juice?
Or what if you have guests come over, you've used literally every single fucking cup in your cupboard and then you've put it in the dishwasher, if you've got a dishwasher, and you haven't fully washed it?
Would you like a cup of tea in me pea cup?
Yeah, would you like me pee tea?
All right, this one.
Go outside.
Yeah, I'd go outside.
Go outside and squat a what in the bushes.
Squat or what? My husband likes to pop the little blackheads in my ears. He will get really excited and get the pimple tool out and scrape the inside of my ears. Bonus points if a lot come out.
But
Blackhead popping and pimple popping seems to be such a big thing between couples.
it is, it's a big thing and I think it's disgusting. Like, I love you with everything, but you are not touching me with a 10-foot pole.
I do
if
not
there's a
want to
pimple.
witness pus coming out of your body in any form.
No, neither.
And I don't want to be the reason it's also coming
No,
out.
and
so-
I know we spoke about this and you showed me that there's like dolls now and apps on the phone that
there
can do
are
this.
phone like app games where you can pimple pop. It's gross.
It's
I don't
gross
understand.
and it's such a massive thing. Like, it's on TikTok and it's like it's everywhere.
Are you a pimple popper? Any of our listeners a pimple popper? Write in. Why is it so interesting to you? Why is
or
it so
fascinating?
Why is it so gratifying that you like can do
can
it?
do it? Or are you the spouse or significant other that lets your partner pop their pimples?
Yeah, weird.
'Cause we're not.
Let's
and
talk.
Gross.
All right, when he plucks body hair, whether it's his eyebrows, his moustache, or random body hair on his body or on mine, he will take the follicle part of the hair
On yours.
and dab it on his lip a few times, then throw it away. The first time I saw him do this, I laughed so hard. It was so random. Apparently, he's been doing it since he was a kid. He especially loves it if the gooey part of the follicle is still on. I was going to say to you, I knew that you would hate that one.
I just gagged, like I fully gagged.
I gagged at this next one. My wife bites off her toenails.
How? She's flexible as fuck.
She's flexible if nothing else.
Good for you, mate.
My husband chipmunk chews his nails, meaning he'll chew them, squirrel them away in his cheeks, then bring them out to chew them until they're gone. It is honestly the nastiest thing.
How do you overlook that?
We're running through these now because we'll go quick because they're gross. My partner doesn't wear deodorant and walks around with his nose beneath his collar because he loves the smell of his body odor. They say that. They say that you like urine smell.
Do you? Is
You
it
like
a,
your own-
a pheromones
Yeah.
thing?
You like your own pheromones.
Do we? I
Like
don't
they
know.
say that you actually don't mind the smell of your own farts.
Does that... I don't know about that. Does that mean like why people say they're attracted to themselves, I guess?
Yeah, maybe their pheromones are giving them off their own. Yeah, I don't know. My partner wipes while standing up, and not exactly wipes, but wets the toilet paper and then dabs his ass.
How? Like, unless you have a bidet thing or you're standing up, go to the sink, dab your toilet paper, come back to the toilet, half wipe your ass.
Not how in that respect. That's whatever. My biggest thing is, how does this person know this? Like, I love you.
True.
I love you, but I would never want to watch you like wipe your ass.
No, neither. That was like when we were on our first holiday one time and I was talking to you about something.
Yeah, we were on a cruise.
This was like the 4-day cruise we went on before we went on our big cruise
I
together.
was on the toilet and you thought I said come in, so you just opened the door and I was like,
you were like, get out.
I wasn't ready for you to see me on the loo. We've not reached that stage yet.
We weren't ready in that stage of our relationship. We were only like 6 months in or 4 months in even.
Something like that. I don't even know. This next one said, my mum told me the other day that my dad used to clip his toenails and leave them on the bedside table to chew on them later.
Nope.
That's bad.
Nope.
That's bad. A lot of you might be thinking that I'm hypocritical because I chew my fingernails, but let me tell you, I know that I've washed my hands. I know where my hands have been. Feet are not something that you like physically go and purposely wash every time.
Except for that bleach girl with the toothbrush.
Yeah, I mean, kudos to her if she's going to do this.
Kudos to her. The thing that gets me on this one is, yes, you may chew your nails and you have an anxiety thing. You know you have a problem. It's okay. That's the first step. But
first step is being self-aware.
But the thing that gets me on this one is he goes, let me just put this away for later at the bedroom. Honey, you don't need to bring me a snack to bed. I've just got my toenails to chew on later. And also,
imagine kissing that person after. No.
Yeah.
No. You must really love your husband.
What, they brush their teeth, they're already loved up in bed.
And then he's like,
chewing, and then he's like, give me some lovin'.
All right, we're coming to our last one. And look, if any of these were not gross enough for you, I'm going to leave you with this one, which is 100% tells me that love truly is blind.
Oh, no.
Okay, are you ready?
No.
Before we sign off, we're going to leave you with this.
Okay.
My partner poos in the shower because he says it's easy enough to squash down the drain.
Yuck.
That's it. You all love your partners way too much.
Way too much. That's disgusting.
We're going to leave you with that and we're going to let you mull over all of those things. Let us know if you have a bad habit or your partner has a bad habit that you overlook. But until next time,
remember to
stay gay, motherfuckers.
I'm talking about, you're talking about, we're talking about just gay stuff.
Thanks for joining us on another episode of Just Gay Stuff. Make sure to follow us at Just Gay Stuff Podcast on all your socials and write to us with your stories at justgaystuffpodcast@gmail.com.